Okay, well, apparently it's time for me to make some more potting mix. I ran out and didn't realize I ran out until I opened the lid. So I'll show you how I make my potting mix. There's nothing crazy about it. It's pretty simple. There is no 40% this, 20% that, blah, 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 percent. I don't do that. I don't work that way. I've been doing it for quite some time now, and I think I got a hang of it. So I've got several different variations of my potting mix, and this is just one of them. Basically the simplest. So I'm not quite sure how much potting mix is in there. It's probably got about a good 3 or 4 inches worth of, I'd say about 4 to 5 inches worth of sphagnum peat moss in there. Sphagnum peat moss is a very good retention, moisture retention medium. So I start with that. And the only thing bad about it is when it dries up, it turns pretty solid, and that's not good for root growth or root development. So I'll show you what the bag looks like. That's it. It is a 3 cubic foot compressed bag of sphagnum peat moss. So that's it. This is about 6 to 8 months worth of product here for me, and that's it. So there's this, and then the next one is vermiculite. Now this is a very good moisture retention as well. So I use this hand in hand with the sphagnum peat moss, because once that, like I said, gets dry, that starts to get kind of solid, and that's not good for root development. So this right here helps, I would say, rejuvenate this sphagnum peat moss and keep some of that moisture in. And it also keeps it from being so compact whenever it does dry out. So I will add this as well. And there is no scientific thing about it, so I'll show you. You see that there? There you go. That's it. And then I'll mix it up. And look at there, it already looks like the stuff in the store, right? So now that goes to my next item, which is perlite. Perlite, it also does have some sort of moisture retention, but it's not as much as vermiculite. So this right here is going to be solely for drainage. That's it for me. Now you can use this to get seeds to, a medium for seeds to germinate, or sow your seeds so they can get germinated and put in something like this. But like I said, this is just for drainage for me. So I'm gonna pour this in just like this. And make sure that whenever you're pouring this in here, the wind is blowing away from you, because if not, you don't want to. You'll be breathing this stuff in. It's not good for you to breathe in. What I recommend whenever you're putting this perlite in there is put some water on it as well. That way you don't have that issue. So let me go ahead and throw some water on there before I get my hands in there and start sloshing this around. And there you go. Mix this up and see what it looks like. If you need to add more perlite, then you add more. And I don't necessarily like it too much. I like a little bit more perlite than that. Now some people say, no, this is good enough. For me, it's not good enough. So I'll put a little bit more in there and see where we're at. That should be good enough, but let's see. Now that is right on track. I like how that looks. So the next thing I'll add is lime, which is here. I went to Walmart today and seen that they had lime as well, but they sell the same stuff. But I've had this for going on probably a year now. I've been getting Walmart. They do sell it at Walmart. So lime, I'll put about a cup of lime in there and mix it in. That raises soil pH. Yes, this is the bottom of a bottle, and I marked out some measurements with an actual measuring cup. So this is accurate. So yeah, there you go. get down there and mix it in, see what it looks like. So with the lime, you can't really see too much of it, but there's little bitty bits and pieces of it throughout the mix, and that's what I'm looking for. You don't want to have it too acidic because you can actually hurt the plant that way. So next item is decomposed granite. This is literally what plants grow in already. It's just we put it in a bag and thought we were doing something cool, and no, it's just not for that. It's for other things too. So but that's literally what the plants are growing in already. It's just decomposed rock, and like I said, it's good for potting mix. So I'm gonna add that. I didn't pick it up because it's heavy. The bag is heavy. It's I don't know how many pounds it is, but like I said, I'm not holding it up with one hand. So let me go ahead and get that in there, and I'll show you how much I'm putting in there. I'm gonna do it by handfuls and then mix it as I go, and then I'll see exactly how it's how it looks like it might drain. So let me do that. 1, 2, 3, let's say 4. Mix this up and show you what it looks like. All right, so you got pieces of it still in there that are pretty good sized chunks, but it's kind of what it looks like. So I'm gonna add a little bit more, maybe a couple handfuls, and that should be it on that. This right here is what I call my potting mix gold. Now I'm gonna get me some of my plants that need to be up potted, put them in this, and then put some fertilizers in it. The fertilizers I use are bone meal, bud meal, and langbonite. That's really it, guys. So have fun with that.